The applause fades, but the ringing in my ears stays. My sister's laugh slices through the air like glass. I stand frozen in the doorway, clutching the fabric of my dress. No one looks at me. No one ever does. Her fiancé kisses her cheek, cameras flash, champagne spills. My mother straightens a vase, pretending not to see me. My father's smile is all business, polished and distant. I whisper, "That's my date." The words fall flat, swallowed by crystal and chatter. Brooke turns, eyes wide with false surprise. "Oh, I didn't realize you picked that one, Lynn." Her tone drips sugar and venom all at once. The crowd shifts awkwardly, waiting for my reaction. I feel their curiosity like heat against my skin. My mother's voice cuts through, gentle but cold. "Darling, don't make a scene. You're too sensitive." Too sensitive, always too much or not enough. I reach into my bag and pull out the invitation I made. Desert florals and olive branches frame the date beautifully. My father glances at it and sighs. "A smaller ceremony would suit you better anyway." His words taste like dust in my mouth. Brooke hides a smirk behind her glass. She loves this, my quiet humiliation, my careful restraint. The laughter returns, louder, as if nothing happened. The music starts again. I stand there, invisible in plain sight. Memories flicker like film, reels in my mind. When I was 8, I gave her my new art set. When I was 16, I missed my gallery debut for her flu. When I was 25, she took credit for my mural design. Every time, I told myself it didn't matter. Every time, I convinced myself love meant sacrifice. But this feels different. This is my life she's rewriting, my moment erased. I step closer, the dress rustling softly against the marble. "Brooke, you know that's my wedding date," I say. She laughs, eyes glittering. "You didn't trademark it." The room chuckles with her, complicit in the cruelty. My father raises a hand, ending the conversation. "Enough drama, be reasonable." Reasonable means silent. Reasonable means small. Reasonable means I disappear again. I swallow hard, the fabric scratching my skin. My mother touches my arm, her perfume heavy, suffocating. "You've always been the understanding one, Lynn. The understanding one. The dependable one. The one who moves aside so others can shine." I feel something shift deep inside, slow but certain. A weight loosens, a door creaks open in my chest. Maybe I've been too quiet for too long. Maybe silence isn't kindness, it's surrender. I fold the invitation carefully and tuck it away. Then I lift my chin and meet her eyes. No words. Just a promise she doesn't understand yet. I turn toward the door, my dress whispering behind me. Outside, the air is sharp with evening wind and freedom. Behind me, champagne glasses clink again. But for the first time in my life, I don't look back. The phone rings just after sunrise. The number flashes unfamiliar, the tone clipped and formal. "This is Atelier Luna. We need to discuss your reservation." My stomach knots before the words even finish. "Yes, May 14th, I manage to say." A pause, too long, too careful. I'm afraid that date has been purchased by another client. The air leaves my lungs. "Purchased." The woman's voice trembles. "A buyout, substantial offer, we assumed you knew." The room tilts. My reflection in the glass looks foreign, pale. "Who?" Silence, then softly, "She said you wouldn't mind." I don't have to ask who she is. "Brooke." Of course it's Brooke. The same tone, the same entitlement. She takes and assumes I'll step aside. Again. The phone slips from my hand, landing on the desk with a dull sound. Behind me, Nam appears with 2 mugs of coffee. He takes one look at my face and knows. "They took it." I nod, the word sticks in my throat. He sets the cups down and kneels beside me. "We can fight this, you have a contract." I open my laptop, the document glowing coldly on the screen. My signature, my deposit, my proof. But proof doesn't matter when people don't see you. Do you really want to drag them to court? He asks. His voice is calm, but there's steel beneath it. I shake my head. I just want it to stop. He takes my hand, rough from work, grounding me. Then let's build something they can't touch. For the first time that day, I breathe. He opens a drawer and pulls out a rolled blueprint. Lines and sketches unfold across the table. Stone, glass, light. This was supposed to be a private project, he says quietly. I designed it in the hills outside Dalat. The image rises from the paper like a promise. Mountains mirrored in wide glass walls. A lake catching the sky. It looks alive, untamed. It's ours if you want it, he says. No sponsors, no audience, just us. The weight in my chest begins to shift. Not gone, just different. Can we really build it in time? He smiles. We already started. I was waiting for a reason. The blueprint glows under morning light, fragile and fierce. I imagine wildflowers where marble once was. Laughter that isn't forced. A space where I'm not an afterthought. My phone buzzes again, Brooke's name. I let it ring. Nam squeezes my shoulder. You don't owe her an answer. The silence that follows feels like healing. I close my laptop, choosing stillness over noise. Maybe losing the venue isn't a loss. Maybe it's the start of something real. Outside, the first light spills across our small balcony. I step into it, dress threads catching gold. Somewhere in the distance, a new beginning waits. And this time, it has my name on it. The road curves through mist and pine. Nam drives in silence, one hand steady on the wheel. I watch the fog lift from the valley like smoke from a slow fire. He glances at me, then back at the road. You don't have to be brave right now, he says. I almost laugh. I'm tired of being brave only when it's quiet. He nods, understanding the words I don't say. We turn onto a dirt path lined with wild grass. The air smells of rain and wood. Then the view opens wide. Stone terraces, glass walls, endless green. This is it, he says softly. The place I told you about. It doesn't look finished, but it feels alive. Steel beams glint under the sun, half complete but certain. The wind hums through the open spaces like a heartbeat. Nam steps out first, pointing to the horizon. The ceremony will be here, he says, with the mountains behind us. I walk slowly, my shoes sinking into the soft earth. Every sound feels louder in the open air. Why didn't you tell me about this before? I ask. He shrugs. I was saving it for when you were ready. The words linger, warm and careful. He spreads out a new sheet of paper, a plan for gardens and light. I want the flowers from your embroidery, he says, the desert ones. I trace the lines on the page. You remember them. I remember everything about you, he replies. Something in my chest tightens, then softens. For the first time in days, I let myself smile. He moves closer, brushing dirt from my sleeve. We'll call it the Glass Haven, he says, a place that reflects what's real. The name feels right, like something we both already knew. I walk to the unfinished doorway, the frame catching the afternoon light. In my mind, I can already see it, the guests, the laughter, the vows. No stage, no performance, no competition. Just us, surrounded by the quiet we built ourselves. Nam joins me, hands in his pockets, eyes fixed on the distance. They can take a date, a venue, he says, but not what we build together. I nod, the wind catching my hair. It's strange how loss can sound like freedom when spoken softly. He takes my hand and leads me back toward the car. We'll need to work fast, he says, but it'll be ours. I look back one more time. The sunlight slides over glass and stone, turning everything gold. My dress flutters in the breeze, fabric alive with motion. For the first time, I don't feel like I'm chasing anyone's shadow. I feel seen. I feel solid. That night, As we draft plans and lists under the hum of the lamp, the sadness begins to change shape. It's still there, but quieter, gentler. Something new has taken root beside it. Hope. The kind that doesn't ask permission to exist. The kind that stays. The message arrives late in the afternoon. Unknown number, 3 words. You deserve better. I stare at it, unsure whether to reply. Nam looks up from his sketches. Who is it? Luca's, I say quietly. Brooke's fiancé. He raises an eyebrow. What does he want? I don't know, but curiosity pulls stronger than caution. We meet the next day at a small cafe near the market. He's already there, hunched over a paper cup. When he sees me, guilt flickers across his face. Thank you for coming, he says. I didn't know about the venue. She told me you canceled. His hands shake slightly. I believed her. I shouldn't have. I wrap my fingers around the cup for warmth. She's always been good at convincing people, I say. He nods, eyes distant. It's gotten worse. Everything's for show now. Sponsorships, cameras, fake love stories. She wants followers, not a marriage. He slides a flash drive across the table. You need to see this. The small black rectangle feels heavy between us. What is it? Proof, he says simply. You'll understand. That night, Nam sets up his laptop while I pace the floor. Are you sure? He asks. Yes, I say. No more lies. The video begins with Brooke's voice, drunk and laughing. Of course I outbid her. She'll cave like always. The sound hits like a slap. The next clip shows text messages, screenshots, dates, receipts. Bribes to the venue, promises to make it worth their while. My chest tightens, my throat burns. Nam pauses, but I shake my head. Keep playing. Brooke's laughter fills the room again. She's too soft to fight me, always was. I press my hand to my mouth, shaking. It's not the betrayal that hurts, it's the familiarity. I've heard those words before, just not out loud. When the screen goes black, the silence is deafening. Nam closes the laptop and takes my hand. We can send it to everyone, he says carefully. I stare at the blank screen. No, that's not what I want. He waits. Then what? The truth, I whisper. Just the truth. We spend the next days editing, trimming, softening. No cruelty, no mockery, only what's real. Nam calls a friend in media to help. A 5-minute clip, private link. Guests only. When it's done, we watch it once more in silence. Brooke's smile flickers on the screen, sharp and hollow. Then it fades to black. I exhale, a long breath I didn't know I'd held. I'm not erasing her, I say softly. I'm just done erasing myself. Nam nods, eyes warm. That's all you ever needed. Outside, night settles over the valley. The house hums with quiet purpose. For the first time, I feel peace not because everything's fixed, but because I finally stopped pretending it was. The morning sun spills gold across the glass walls. I stand before the mirror, fingers tracing the dress I made. Every stitch carries months of silence turned into strength. Outside, laughter drifts through the garden like wind through leaves. My students move among wildflowers, arranging them with quiet joy. They wave when they see me, calling out, "You look perfect." For once, I almost believe it. Sarah pins olive branches in my hair, silver against my dark curls. She smiles. No tears, you earned this moment. I nod, breathing steady. No one is giving me away today. No one can. The music starts soft, the same song from the night Nam and I met. I walk down the aisle lined with desert blooms. Each step feels like reclaiming ground that was always mine. Nam waits beneath an arch of copper and light. His eyes find me instantly, unwavering, full of promise. When he speaks his vows, his voice is low but sure. He talks about patience, building, and the courage to stay visible. I tell him about forgiveness and choosing to belong to ourselves first. The guests listen, not as spectators but as witnesses. No pretense, no performance, only truth. When we seal our vows, the valley holds its breath. Applause rises like wind over stone. Later, the reception hums with laughter and music. Student artwork glows under warm lights. The air tastes of cinnamon and hope. Nam raises a glass, eyes soft, smile quiet. To my wife, he says, the one who taught me strength isn't loud. Screens descend, silent, unexpected. The video plays, Brooke's voice echoing through the hall. Of course I outbid her. She'll cave like always. Gasps ripple through the room. The truth unfolds in measured calm, each word deliberate. No exaggeration, no revenge, just her own cruelty reflected back. When it ends, no one speaks. Then the doors burst open. Brooke stands there, mascara streaked, her white dress wrinkled. You planned this to humiliate me, she shouts. I rise, ready to calm her like always. But my mother's voice cuts sharp and certain. Talia Brooke Nguyen, she says, using the full name like a blade. Leave, this is not your day. The room freezes. Even my father nods, a quiet apology in his eyes. Brooke stares at them, uncomprehending, then turns and flees. The door closes behind her with a soft click that sounds like closure. I sink back into my seat, trembling but steady inside. My mother approaches, voice trembling. I've been blind too long. I meet her gaze and whisper, thank you, but give me time. She nods. The music swells again. People dance. The night blooms into laughter and relief. Nam finds me on the balcony as stars rise over the hills. He wraps his arms around me, warmth steady against my back. Any regrets, he murmurs. Just one, I say, that it took me this long to stop disappearing. He smiles. You arrived exactly when you needed to. Below us, lights shimmer across the valley like forgiveness made visible. A month passes before the first letter arrives. Cream paper, elegant handwriting, too familiar to mistake. 5 words only. This isn't over, you stole everything. I laugh before I mean to. Nam looks up from his sketches. What is it? Closure, I say, folding the paper into a drawer. He studies me for a moment, then smiles. You're free. The word fits, quiet, simple, real. Outside, sunlight slides through the windows, warm against the wood floors. We've built a life here. No noise, no comparisons, just calm. My days are filled with color and thread. Students visit, their art blooming across every wall. The estate feels alive with creation, not performance. At the university, the dean calls me into her office. She offers me a new position, Director of Arts and Equity. Your work has changed how students see themselves, she says. I try to speak but can't. For years, I fought to be seen. Now someone finally does. When I tell Nam, he grins like sunlight breaking through rain. You've always led people toward their own light, he says. That night, we drive to my parents' house for dinner. The table feels smaller, quieter, almost human. My mother serves stew in everyday bowls, not crystal ones. My father passes the potatoes without comment. The new program sounds wonderful, my mother says. Her voice trembles slightly, not with pride but with effort. Thank you, I reply, simple, unforced, true. Brooke's chair is empty, her name unspoken. No one asks about her. The silence feels merciful. After dinner, we stand by the car under fading light. My father clears his throat. You did well, Lynn. It's clumsy praise, but it's something. I nod. Thank you, Dad. On the drive home, the city glows distant and forgiving. Nam reaches over, fingers threading through mine. Do you ever miss them? He asks. Sometimes, I admit, but not the version of me they preferred. He smiles. Good, keep the one who looks forward. Back at the estate, dusk spills lavender across the glass walls. I walk through the main hall, touching frames of student art. Each piece tells a story of someone choosing to be seen. Outside, the desert air hums with cicadas and promise. Nam joins me on the terrace, 2 mugs of hot chocolate in hand. The first anniversary's coming soon, he says. I know, I whisper. I feel it. We sit in silence, watching the valley fade into stars. The wind smells of sage and rain, clean and infinite. He leans close. Any regrets now? I shake my head slowly. Just lessons. He laughs softly. Then we did it right. In the reflection of the glass, I see us, strong, steady, whole. No longer small, no longer hidden. Somewhere inside, I thank the girl who once walked away. She didn't vanish, she transformed. And in this stillness, I finally understand. Freedom isn't loud. It's peace that no one can take. The sun sinks behind the hills, painting the sky in rose and gold. I stand on the terrace, the wind soft against my skin. The house glows behind me, alive with laughter and light. Every window reflects the life we built from quiet persistence. Nam steps beside me, his hand finding mine with ease. We watch the horizon fade into stars, unhurried, unafraid. I used to think peace was something you waited for, I say. He smiles. Maybe peace is something you make. The air hums with night and new beginnings. Below us, wildflowers sway, stubborn and beautiful. Each one a memory of where I started, who I was. The girl who stepped aside is gone. In her place stands someone unshaken, finally whole. I breathe in the scent of sage and warm stone. It smells like home. Nam squeezes my hand, quiet and certain. Ready for tomorrow, he asks. I look up at the stars, their light steady and endless. Yes, I whisper, because this time I won't disappear. The wind carries my words into the dark, and I let them stay there. Not as a promise, but as proof.